Welcome to Poland Daily Culture. We're here today at Potocki Palace. And how do you spread the message about this project?
We popularize the subject of wartime losses by running our website about looted artworks from Poland. We involve in educational projects, special conference in Poland and abroad, and we publish also publication about the history of looting, auction catalogs of looted artworks, which we send to auction houses in Poland and abroad, and to Polish embassies around the world. And last but not least, we co-produce a project which called The Lost Museum. It's a multimedia show which is annually presented during the museum night in Poland, but it's also available on the internet. We do everything to disseminate the images of the wartime losses, because we believe that is the first step on the way to recover objects.
So could you tell us about some of the most notable property that has been recovered and where it is today? Maybe it's available for the public to see.
In the last 10 years, we recovered 35 objects and 2 collections of ethnographical objects. One with 347 objects and second with 124. And that's altogether 500 recovered objects. Most of them we recovered from Germany, but the other country where we find many artworks is the United States. We also recovered artworks from France, from Austria and from United Kingdom, but also from Poland. We must not forget about Poland. We recovered from, in our domestic restitution, 5 works and now find more and more. But I think most notable is the Palace Stairs by Francesco Guardi. It's the painting which is now in National Museum in Warsaw, and it was there since 1925. But in November 1939, Germans took the painting from Warsaw and transported it to Jagiellonian Library in Krakow, where the biggest storage of confiscated artworks were in Poland. And then in 1943 it was brought to Hans Frank, the general governor, and it hangs in his cabinet. And when the evacuation of the general governor office occurred in 1935, the painting was moved to Sichów Castle in Lower Silesia, and then we didn't have any clues. But many years ago we found documents that confirmed that the painting was in central collecting point in Munich. This was the place where looted artworks found in American occupation zone in Germany were held. And then it was transported to Heidelberg University and then moved to National Gallery in Stuttgart. We found out about this from a German researcher. And in 2010 we sent a restitution claim, but for 3 years the case has not progressed. That's why we decided to involve a law firm from Berlin, and after several press releases, which was part of our strategy, the institutions involved in this case admitted that they don't have a right to keep hold of the painting and decided to return it in 2013. So now it's on the display in National Museum in Warsaw. But second most valuable is a sculpture. It's a marble bust of Diana, the ancient goddess, made by the French sculptor Jean-Antoine Houdon. It was since late 18th century a part of collection of last king of Poland, Stanisław August, and it was in Royal Palace in Łazienki. It was missing since 1930. And in 2015, it was put up for sale in Vienna auction house. We immediately stopped the auction, and with the help of Polish embassy in Vienna and two law firms, one German, one Austrian, we started negotiate with the possessor, and after half a year of negotiation, the possessor decided to give it back to Poland, and now it is also can be seen in the ballroom in Royal Palace in Łazienki. But as I said, one of our interested countries is United States, because in the United States we found many looted artworks. One example is the portrait of a young man by Krzysztof Lubieniecki. This painting also was from National Museum in Warsaw, and it was evacuated with many other artworks during Warsaw Uprising in 2044 by Nazis to storage in Fischl Castle in Austria. And then we didn't know anything about this painting. But in 2009, an American citizen wrote to us that he found a photograph with one of his family members in an American uniform with this painting hanging behind him. So he looked for this painting in the internet, and he found the information that this is a Polish wartime loss. He found this information on our website, and he decided to inform us about it. Unfortunately, he told that the family sold this painting in 1980s or 1990s, he didn't know exactly, to a private collection in Ohio, Columbus. So, no information more. We involved Federal Bureau of Investigation in the United States, and in 2015 they confirmed that they located the painting. They only asked us for confirmation, so we sent to the United States two specialists, one conservator from National Museum in Warsaw, and our ministry employee went to the United States and confirmed that this work we are looking for, and the individual possessor decided to return it to Poland unconditionally.
Success story in the end. Well, thank you very much for joining us here, Ms. Agata Modzelewska. That's all we have time for on Poland Daily Culture. Thank you.
In 2018, the Ministry of Culture and National Heritage successfully recovered the following artworks. A painting from the 17th century entitled Portrait of a Lady by Melchior Geldorp, stolen during the Second World War from the National Museum in Warsaw. The painting was recovered thanks to the cooperation of the Ministry of Culture and National Heritage with the investigative agency within the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. The painting was returned to the National Museum in Warsaw. Another part of the pre-war ethnographic collection from the Ethnographic Museum in Łódź was recovered. The collection was lost and became dispersed as a result of the Second World War. 124 historical ethnographic objects and 14 archival photographs returned to Poland for Leipzig. The painting Descent of the Holy Spirit, considered to date back to about 1610, painted by Isaac van der Blokke, an eminent painter from Gdańsk. For several decades, this cultural asset was thought to have been lost. After many years of restitution process, the painting was officially transferred to the National Museum in Gdańsk. An archaeological heritage item, a red figure lekythos with handle decorated with sphinx dating back to the 4th century BC, was an item from Józef Hajnowski's collection exhibited by the National Museum in Warsaw before the Second World War. The lekythos was officially transferred to the National Museum in Warsaw.
Thank you for joining us here today at Poland Daily from Potocki Palace. Join us again tomorrow for another journey through Polish culture and heritage.